distractions. What are distractions? Well, distractions are things that steer you away from completing your goals. And the sad truth is that distractions take up the majority of people's life. And distractions aren't just in one form. Distractions can be, let's say, video games. Distractions can be social media. It's just things that take away your time from completing your goals. And yes, like I said before, their whole life revolves around distractions in some cases with people. People will literally wake up, scroll on their phone for an hour, go make breakfast while still scrolling on their phone, eat breakfast because they have to watch YouTube while they eat. Then after breakfast, sit down on the couch, watch more social media, play some video games, watch more YouTube, watch more TikTok, watch more Instagram. And by the time they get out of this delusional world, it'll already be 8 p.m. That is how some people spend their days. And the thing is, some people don't realize how bad it is for them because of how much dopamine you get from social media and video games. All these things were designed to set off this hormone in your brain called dopamine. And what this hormone does is when you get a hit of this dopamine, it makes you feel like you're doing something right. Dopamine is the happy hormone. Dopamine is what you get when you come first place in a race, when you hit a PR, when you make some money, you get dopamine. Those are situations when you should be getting dopamine. But the sad reality is, in present time, most people only get dopamine from short-term gratification, whether that be, like I said before, video games, social media. And I want to emphasize social media specifically because of how bad it is for us. Let's use TikTok, for example. When you're scrolling on TikTok, one scroll, dopamine. Two scrolls, more dopamine. Every time you scroll, you get a shot of entertainment that's brand new. And you can continue to do this nonstop with little to no effort because all you're doing is moving your finger. And when you do this and you find yourself doing this for hours on end, it's because your brain thinks you're doing something right. Hey, I'm getting all this dopamine with this little bit of movement. Why not stop, right? It's just when you break out of this cycle and you come to the realization that, hey, I wasted my day. I did nothing, but for some reason, I don't feel bad about it. Is because so many people are stuck in this dopamine loop. Their whole lives revolve around dopamine. You cannot fall into that trap. You have to set yourself goals and you have to work towards them every day. You can't just chase dopamine because it gets you nowhere. I can compare two situations. Somebody who, let's say, an Olympian athlete. This person trains 3 hours every day to lead up for the Olympics. After however many years of training, they finally qualify for the Olympics and they place podium. This type of dopamine was so well earned. They trained years on end for this one thing and they did it. And then they get that shot of dopamine that's deserved. Whereas someone in present time, let's say a teenager in high school, in one day, let's say, they sit there 16 hours of screen time. Holy crap. They probably got more dopamine than that Olympian. But the thing is that dopamine means nothing. The dopamine of the Olympian is shown and paid off through all the hard-earned training and work and discipline. But this teenager in high school is getting unlimited amounts of dopamine from no efforts at all. You can see how addicting this gets. You can see how people start getting so lazy. Even in university, I see it everywhere. Everyone is a zombie. If you're watching this right now, I want you to look at your screen time, and I want you to actually sit there and reflect now that you're listening to me about this. Hey, have I fallen victim to this dopamine cycle? And whether you mean to or not, it's good that you realize it and you need to break the cycle. The easiest fix to this is deleting social media off your phone. And as soon as you hear me say that, I bet your brain just shot off 3 reasons why you can't delete social media. Let me see if I can name some for you guys. I need to text my friends. I can't leave my group chats. My friends send me Instagram reels. All those things I just said don't matter. And if you really need to text somebody, text someone iMessage. Humans are not supposed to be this reliant on technology. Even your parents, they didn't even have technology. And yet, for some reason, people in this generation, they think, I can't leave my house without my phone. I can't live without my social media. And if you're a social media influencer, that is different because you are putting efforts into something that you want to achieve, like being social media famous or building your network. But for the other 99% of you guys on social media, I promise you, if you have no interest in being an influencer or growing your network, just delete it. Your body probably needs a dopamine cleanse, and you would benefit heavily from doing this. I will guarantee you that you will feel more productive. You'll feel less brain fog. When you do get dopamine, it will actually mean something to you. I promise you, it's so worth it. Because even just having the application on your phone, just through habit, your brain's gonna automatically scroll Instagram, scroll on TikTok as soon as you feel bored. Have you ever found that, let's say when you're doing some kind of work and you get stuck and you feel the stress of not knowing what to do, the first thing your body does, let's go on my phone, because when you feel anxiety or when you feel like something's not going right and you have a problem, so many people reach for their phone because their brain's saying, hey, I need dopamine right now. I'm stuck. I'm having a problem. But the dopamine you're supposed to get is persevering through your work and solving the problem, not going on your phone. That's defeating the purpose of this reaction of your body. It wants you to persevere. It wants you to complete the task. Distractions kill your productivity. I guarantee you, if you cut down on distractions, if you cut down on your social media usage, if you cut down on useless things that don't mean anything to you, I guarantee you, you will be more productive. If you can eat food and enjoy and savor the flavors that you just ate, you will be way more productive when you're eating, whereas you sit on your phone on social media while you're eating and you end up eating for an hour straight. No one eats for an hour straight. You need to be more productive in every realm. In the washroom, people just sit on their phone. You shouldn't be in there for literally 20 minutes. That is not, you never need to be doing that. You need to eat fast. You need to go to the washroom fast. You need to work efficiently. Everything you need to do, it needs to be efficient because you only have 24 hours in one day. And when you spend half that day doing nothing but setting off useless dopamine, you have quite literally wasted that day and wasted the upcoming days because you have to now break that habit. But if you realize that you have this habit, you are way ahead of many people. Some people have probably wasted several months just on their phone. And they're only like 16, they're only 20 years old. If you catch the problem now and you do things and take action to break these bad habits, you will be landslides past people. I'm telling you. The only thing distractions do is give you useless dopamine and kill your productivity. If you can look at your phone for 12 hours a day, I guarantee you can do 12 hours of work that day. I guarantee you can do your daily exercises day. I guarantee you can spend more time with your family that day. When you're doing something, you want to do it fully. You don't want to be spending time with your family and on your phone. You don't want to be eating and on your phone. You don't want to be working and on your phone. You have to be either on or off. When you're on, you're doing the task, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing at that moment. And when you're off, you can be sleeping, you can be resting, you can be socializing with your family,